Oh, that's much better. All right, wait for some people to get in on the stream, y'all. As y'all know, again, it's your boy E2 Blue going live right now. It's Redskins game. Redskins and Giants were 7-3 as they go into halftime. We didn't get any luck from the Jacksonville Jaguars because they lost to the Eagles. So the Eagles are now back at 500. So, which makes our next game for the Tennessee Titans going to be so much more important. You know, we have to get this W. It's going to be a home game. So we've won every home game this year. So as history says it, we will win this next game. And with the addition of Amari Cooper that we have now, I mean, that should really help a lot. What's going on, Dallas Cowboys talk? "28 seconds left in the half for the Redskins-Giants game. 7-3 Redskins. Eli Manning has the ball, and he gets sacked. What's going on, Pat? Brian SoCal, what's up, homie? Oh, did he do the little dancing? He does. Ionitis. That last name does sound like a Greek god, though. Ionitis. Son of Zeus. Ionitis. So, you know, these Redskins are like, they're on their high horse right now because they beat us last week. And they're just on their high horses. Every time I see a Redskin fan, it's just a lot of trash talk right now. But again, they got to see us again, y'all, and they got to come to Dallas this time. So that outcome is going to be much different next time. So we got to be ready for that. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it does look like at this point that they are probably going to beat the Giants. But again, it's only halftime and it's 7-3. So, I mean, we haven't seen them look like they're going to blow anybody out right now. A huge first half here, finding David Moore. This is his fourth touchdown in the last 3 games. David Moore. So what are you guys doing on this bye week without a game? Are you guys just watching every game and you know, trying to root for the teams they're trying to keep this? Because if you look at now we have with the NFC, nobody's really taking it over right now. I mean, the Buccaneers, I mean, they're falling apart. Jameis Winston already threw 2 interceptions. And, you know, as much as grief as Dak Prescott gets right now, it's like, you know, you look at these other teams, and it's enough complaining to go around right now. Yeah, I know. I wish the Eagles lost too, because with them winning right now, like I said, but they're back at 500. So I mean, we still, if we win this game, I mean, we'll be this next game we should be tied with them. But going into next week, granted, if they lose, but if they win again, we have to definitely stay pat. And you know, having Amari Cooper right now, like I was saying to you guys before, it's like having a Christmas present early, but not being able to open it because we can't watch a game with him in it. And it's like, you know, we're just all speculating. But it's good that we had this bye week with him here because he has a chance to work out with Dak and so they could gain their rapport with each other, and that's important right now. You said Garrett's at the Dodgers game. I mean, look at it like this. We are on a bye week, and they don't actually come back to Tuesday. So everybody needs a break. It's like a mini vacation. Think about it like if you got a job and you take vacation off, you know what I mean, like on a holiday week or something like that. This is basically like that for them. So, I mean, I can't get mad at Garrett for going to a Dodger game because this is their time off. Now, if it was during the time when we're supposed to be having practice, then I got a problem with that. But because it's on the bye week, I can't really fault him for what he does on his vacation time. You said who's better? Odell Beckham or Amari Cooper? What you think? I'm gonna say. So the wife says Amari Cooper is better because Odell Beckham cries a lot. No, but this is the thing. Like Odell Beckham is not happy, obviously, with the Giants, and certain things you're not supposed to say, like about your team or about your quarterback. And it's almost like their GM, Mara, basically was saying, "Hey, I wish he would talk less and play more." But again, they got enough problems over there because Eli is not playing well, and again, when you're a number one receiver like that, you want the ball, and that's the same thing we had with Dez Bryant too. Hey, Justin said you had a great point. You make millions of dollars and you still crying. I catch the ball. Right. But my only thing with Amari Cooper right now, I'm just hoping that Linehan knows how to use him as far as making plays for him. From what I'm hearing for this first game against the Titans with him with us, I think what they're going to do. Oh, y'all see Coco in the background. I think what they're going to do with Amari, they're going to kind of utilize him what we had with Tavon Austin. They're going to give him some end arounds. They're catch the ball out the flat. Some easy passes for him to basically just break the monotony. Just get him something simple to get him moving, get him active in the not necessarily trick plays, but just simple things to get him moving, get him in space. One thing about our Dallas Cowboys is our offense functions very well when we spread things out. You guys already know whenever everything is packed, confined, Zeke can't run. The offense doesn't move well. Dak gets sacked because he doesn't have anywhere to run around, but that's not how our offense is set up, and we have to play to our strengths. And I hope that Linehan realizes that, which he should by now. But going into week 8, and it's See, that I don't look at some of the stuff that Amari Cooper did with the Raiders and some of the things that he had, like the drops and stuff like that, because it's another situation with Odell Beckham. He didn't want to be there. You got a coach in John Gruden is basically like selling the whole team off for whatever reason. And the players are upset. And I know that Jordy Nelson is over there pissed right now because he's probably thinking like, hey, I didn't come over here for this. This is not the conversation that we had in the offseason. But what I'm saying is if a team has a conversation with you, say in free agency, and you have a conversation and the conversation is, hey, I need you to come in here. This is going to be your role. If I have a set role and this is what I need you to be, an accent basically to Amari Cooper and what's the other receiver they got? And Martavis Bryant. But that's not what it was. Now that he's gone, now he's the number one receiver with Martavis Bryant. And then Marshawn Lynch is hurt, so they put him on IR. So now what you going to do on offense? And Derek Carr is clearly not happy because you see how he's been playing lately. So, I mean, it's just a train wreck over there. But that's not how he plays. If you actually watch tape on Amari Cooper, he's not a guy that quits on his routes. Like he's not that type of guy. But again, players don't play certain ways against for teams that clearly don't want them. If Amari fails, I'm not even gonna think it's his fault. I think it's more so of our coaching staff just not able to get the best out of the receivers and stuff that we have right now because it's ridiculous. Now, I'm not gonna say I don't like Deontay Thompson. My whole thing is this with him, I'm tired of the receivers catching the ball and then it just pop up and then it gets intercepted. 2 or 4 of Dak's interceptions were because of pop-up balls. Actually, it might have been all of them. I don't know. I got to go back and look at it. But, I mean, it's just I'm not a big WrestleMania fan. I actually have not watched. I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched wrestling since like grade school. Every once in a while, I'll flip the channels and I'll see them, doing certain things, and I'm just like, yo, it's really changed. It's really changed. I think I stopped watching it after The Rock stopped. When Rock went into acting, I just started watching all his movies. You said this could be the 2014 situation with Cooper instead of Dez, Dak, and Rome. Well, we have the potential to do good, like I said, with him on this team. But again, it all comes down to execution. And I just watch out, Coco. Call her. I don't want her to knock my camera. I'm just hoping that everything gels together. This bye week couldn't come at a good time. We got injuries right now. You look at Jeff Swain, him hurting his knee. I don't think that he's going to be ready for this next game, but we'll see what happens with that. Now, I've heard a lot of people talk about that we need another tight end. Now, I don't think they're going to trade any more pieces because we already got rid of our first-round pick. You don't want to start trading off all your assets because come draft time, Jerry's going to be real itchy. Well, Tavon, they basically said that it's going to be several weeks for him. He's definitely not playing the Titans game, and I don't think he's going to play in the game after that. So it's probably 2 more weeks for Tavon. But the bye week does help a lot of the injuries that we have. Hey, Isis, how you doing? Oh, appreciate it, Jorge. So what are you guys doing on this bye week? Like, I know it's rough not being able to watch our team play, especially because we got a new player and we just want to see our players play. And what I told you guys during the day when we had on Sunday during the game, if we lost that game, this is going to be a long bye week because we don't play again until the 5th, which is next Monday. And that's rough going all that long without playing. But again, like I said, these injuries that we have are definitely is helping the cause right now because we can get some guys healthy and coming back because Zach Martin got hurt too as well. And Randy Gregory had that scope to his knee, so they're saying that he'll be back too as well. What's going on, Junior? Amari Cooper's going to scare defenses, so more stacking the box. Yeah, see, they can stack the box if they want to with Amari Cooper out there. And if you guys watch some of his tape, he's definitely good on against press man coverage. You got a cornerback out there that's pressing him at the line. He's able to, with his 4.3 speed, he's able to get out of that route, break on the short slant. That can get him the ball real quick, and then he could be to the house. Go ahead. They can stack the box if they want to. And definitely with Amari, because, again, we never had that threat of that receiver when Dez left. Because once Dez left, they weren't afraid of any of our wide receivers. So it was no reason for them to back off. Now we got a reason to back off. And Cole Beasley said himself, hey, if Amari Cooper works out, the defense is going to have to worry about me. And you can't lock down more than one receiver like that. You can't double team everybody because somebody's going to be open. And see, I'm really loving, and I'm looking at like what we have with Gap. What's going on, Stevie Mac? Virginia Finest, what up, homie? So what I'm saying is we have the potential right now to finish this second half of the season really strong right now. They work with Alex. Yeah, and see, again, that all goes with offensive play calling, Vern. You got to look at what Washington is doing with Alex Smith. When they brought Alex Smith in, they know that he was an over the hill guy. They know that he was an established. They know he's an established quarterback in this league. They know he can throw the ball deep. And John Gruden, I mean Jay Gruden says that they want him to throw the ball deep, which is the same thing we need to be doing with Dak, because that's how you open up your offense for more. Now back to what we have with Amari Cooper. You have him in there. You have the threat of him out there. You got Cole Beasley on his routes. Michael Gallup doing his thing. I mean, I'm loving the fact that him and Dak are getting that rapport. And he's actually looking good out there catching that ball, high pointing in and things of that nature. And I'm really liking what I'm seeing. That third round pick is definitely looking good right now. And just more to come. And I think that with Amari Cooper, a lot of people were basically asking, is he just a temporary guy, a bridge guy until we get somebody else in the draft upcoming? But I think they're actually looking at Amari Cooper to be here. And after next year, because I think that he still has another year on his traded contract. So I think after next year, they can actually sign him to another contract because he's only 24 years old. Him and Dak are the same age. So what's going on, Regis? Okay, so the thing with Travis Frederick is this. So there's really no difference in what's going on. Like, he's been losing a lot of weight, which is not really good. And he's been working out. But the problem is with his syndrome, it's something that's never going to go away. So right now they're not really saying anything about it because there's no real update on it. So we don't know when he's going to come back or even if he's going to come back this season. So I'm just praying that, he just gets everything together. But I love how the Cowboys brass is like letting him still be involved with the team. He's at practice every day. He's basically helping Looney with his line calls and things of that nature on the sideline. Like I said, he actually travels with the team because he came to the Redskin game because I saw him when they came through the hotel. Love you too. Love what you do. Love watching your channel. Hey, Kerry, I appreciate that. I appreciate the love, y'all. I really do. Dallas wants Dak to be drop back passer. And see, that's the thing. Dak is not a traditional drop back passer. You know what I mean? Like, he's not an Alex Smith type of guy. He is a mobile quarterback. He is a Cam Newton, Michael Vick type of quarterback. And again, for guys like that, you don't want them to run too much, but you want it to be incorporated in what they do to the point that when they're to the point that come here, sit down, sit with your big butt, sit down, good girl. So yeah, so basically, if they let Dak do his thing, because you guys know in the 2-minute drill, in the hurry up offense, that's Dak's bread and butter. If you notice, when Dak gets on fire, when all systems are go, I mean, he's literally out there just going. But you could tell when it's plays that he's not comfortable with, because all of a sudden you'll see like Scott Linehan do something, call something fluky, and you're like, really? Like, you went from this wonderful big play down the field, and then you went right back to the crap, and then the defense is looking like, so y'all just gonna let us beat you? And that's basically what we're doing. Yeah, Kathy, I believe Frederick won't be back this year. I mean, as much as we try to, say that he's gonna play, I think his season is done. And for whatever reason, if he never plays football again, I know that he definitely has a special place in this team's heart. And he would definitely be back as a coach or a player coach or something like that, because they're not going to do him like that. I mean, they love Travis Frederick. That he was definitely the glue of that offensive line, as you can see with some of the disparities that we've been having lately. Not the only one who wants Lyle Collins ever. Okay, so everybody's been talking about this whole Lyle Collins going back to guard, and I look at it like this. When I coined the nickname IHOP Collins, when he was pancaking folks, I loved him when he was at that position. But him himself, he basically said that I'd rather be a right tackle. Now, one thing that you got to realize too, when Jason Witten was here, he was helping him on the edge block some of those big defensive ends that were real fast. Now, I don't know, because Jason Witten's not here, that you don't have that extra help on the end for the tight ends because our tight ends can't block as well. But yeah, he was definitely a monster at that guard position. But for whatever reason, they don't want to move Connor because Connor is he's trying to get his way there. And again, with a young guy like that, he's actually progressing. But as far as him bulking up, he's not going to be able to do that until the offseason because you can't do that during the season. Now, I know that he's working out heavily during his bye week, but it's just not enough time. Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was for the money per se. I mean, I really don't know that exactly. But I know that, well, from what he said, and again, what they say and what they mean sometimes is two totally different things. But basically what he said that, hey, I want to be a right tackle. I think that's the position for me. And I look at it like this. Hey, this is where I want to be at. I think that this is the best position for me to succeed at. And I look at it like this. I normally believe a player when they believe in themselves, because you look at Byron Jones. Come on now. Byron, they kept trying to put him as a safety, and all of a sudden he's at his natural position, and look at him. Now he's on paper, he's rated one of the best cornerbacks in the league this year. And see, Ron Leary, I love when Ron Leary was here. But if you look at, his injuries and stuff like that, I don't think that he was really happy being here. And then when they left him, that game that we played against the Broncos, he went and told them all the line calls because, the Cowboys don't change anything. So that's why they punished us that game. There's no way Von Miller was in the backfield before Dak Prescott got a chance to have a three-step drop back. Like, there's no way. I mean, he was there. He basically could have intercepted the ball on a handoff. That's how fast he was in the backfield. There's no way that the line calls like that unless a former player gave it to you. And like I said, I really like Ron Leary, but I think that because of the injuries and stuff, that it was just his time to go. Keith Smith was well blocked. And see, I love Keith Smith. Also, he was a big body in there, but also too, they can use Olawale the same way. Olawale can do a lot of the same things, and also he can catch the ball, and he's a good guy in the red zone. Shedding those defenders off and getting into the end zone. We just don't use our fullback like we should. And I'm telling you, like, with the talent that we have with our fullback, we should be using him much more than we are right now. Kathy, you said your next door neighbor had what Frederick had? Yeah. Yeah, and see the thing about it is when you're a normal person that's not a football player dealing with it, it's much easier. Like, especially if you have a day job. And again, I assume that it affects different people different ways, almost like MS is. And I guess it all depends on what level you are at it. And with him, your whole job is to block big dudes. But the problem is, when you're playing, it could be at any point in the game where your body, your muscles just be like, forget it, I'm done. And then now you're going to get run over and get injured. But again, you don't want to risk life-altering injuries just because you want to play football. Now, as a fan, you want to see your best players out there. But me as a realist and knowing that these people are people too, I just want to see him okay more than anything. Why do we trade with the Raiders a lot? I don't know. I don't know if because they got a lot of our old players and we got a lot of theirs too. I think that specifically this year is just because John Gruden is trying to get rid of people. So I guess Cowboys is looking at that like, hey, you want to get rid of Amari Cooper? Hey, we'll take him. Because you remember the Eagles was in that sweepstakes too. They were trying to give up a second-round pick. But Jerry Jones like, hell no, not again. Y'all done already snuck and got Jay Ajayi. And just imagine if the Eagles would have got Amari Cooper. They already got Alshon Jeffrey. They got a great tight end with Zach Ertz. They still got Nelson Aguilar. And I think it's Torrey Smith still over there. And they already have like an offensive firepower. They don't need all that. Like, that's why, like, when I actually sat down and thought about it, I was like, okay, I'm okay that we gave up that first round pick. Because, like I said in my last video, the Cowboys looked at it like this when they got Amari. We don't see a wide receiver in this upcoming draft that's viable enough for us to use a first round pick on. We look at it like this. If we get Amari, we got our first round pick early. We have a guy that's 24 years old that's already been to 2 Pro Bowls, and he can help us right now and going forward in the future. Yeah, and Olawale can catch the ball, and he definitely can get that ball downfield. Like I said, they did 1 3-yard out to him this season, and that was about it. You don't really see much of him. And Stevie Mack, I don't know if you heard me when I said it, but I can't fault Jason Garrett for using his vacation time to go to a Dodger game, because this weekend is there. All the players are gone unless they're on vacation too. The only ones that are around are the ones that's injured, getting rehab and stuff like that. But I can't fault Jason Garrett for that one, because that's his vacation time. You work 24/7 as a coach. You know, being a coach in the NFL is hard, whether you suck or not. Being a coach is hard, whether you suck or not. And we already know Carrot Top is not the best coach. And I can speak for a lot of the fan base right now and say that, you know, we would rather not have Jason Garrett here. But the only problem is, if we do succeed this year and we make it deep in the playoffs, Jason Garrett might get re-signed. And I know y'all don't want to hear that, but it's almost like you don't want your And I told you guys before, I'm never a person that wants to see my team fail or see my team not do anything or see my team like how the Browns were for so many years. But you know, you look at it like this: it's almost damned if you do and damned if you don't. If we're successful, then Jason Garrett gonna be here. If we lose, then we're gonna be the laughing stock of the league, and we ain't gonna do nothing this year. And half the staff is gonna get fired anyway. Even some of the coaches that we like. I think that Paul Alexander need to get up out of here too, because he's doing zero. He ain't doing that goddamn thing for that offensive line right now. You got Tyron Smith out here basically saying him and Zach Martin like, look, bro, let's go ahead and just do what we do, because this bruh ain't doing nothing for us. So let's just handle our business, do what we got to do, because we know how to play. We pro bowlers. We all pros. So, you know, let's do what we do. Let me go back and look at these comments. Yeah, when they say tip drill. Y'all remember BET Uncut? That Nelly song, the tip drill. Athletes are subhuman. I mean, you say that athletes are subhuman, but athletes are human. They're just athletes. I mean, the only difference between a regular person and an athlete is just core strength. The fact that they work out much more than a regular person does. I mean, they're still human underneath of that. They still have the same problems. You look at David Irvin. He's dealing with his baby mama drama, and you know, his woman trying to take his kid away from him. And these are stuff that normal people deal with, and they're dealing with it as well. You know what I mean? Like, they go through marital issues. You know what I mean? Like, they go through divorces. They go through cheating and all that other stuff. They're human just like us. And Travis Frederick is, you know, as much as we look at him as a great athlete, you know, being a great offensive lineman center, you know, he's still human at the end of the day. And like, ailments and diseases they are not immune to it. You look at a lot of these football players that had cancer and stuff like that. You see when James Conner came back from that, and now he's doing the damn thing with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But you know what I mean? Like Eric Reed, I think, you know, he had leukemia too. So I mean, we're all human. So and I know some of you guys were in my comments about the video with the Obi Melifonwu, him coming to visit. Now the Cowboys can't really do anything as far as signing him till Monday or Tuesday. because they're on the bye week. So like I said, this is their vacation time. So they're basically they're not allowed to do any business because it's almost like an off day. So we probably won't hear any news about it until Monday or Tuesday. But you're damn sure when it comes out, I will do a video on it and you guys will see it. But I think that Obi Melifonwu will definitely be good for depth purposes because we lost C.J. Goodwin. Now, I don't know if y'all realize that, when we signed C.J. Goodwin, he was just a special teams guy. So I know you guys weren't paying attention to him in the game. But that dude literally had the third he was third on the list for highest tackles on the team, and he just got on the team. And, losing him to a broken forearm, that kind of sucks because, oh, yeah, Torrey Smith, yeah, he went to the Panthers. Thanks, Vern. Appreciate it. I don't keep track of all these people, being a Dallas Cowboy fan. It's hard enough keeping track of our team because everything changes every day. And like Mark Holmes says, you cannot sleep on the Dallas Cowboys. You wake up and be like, what the hell? When I first heard about the Amari Cooper thing, because I don't know if that was fake news or what, but somebody had said that like we were going to give up a second and Taco Charlton. I said, hell to the no. Jimmy Johnson also called out Jason Garrett since our team has a lot of work to do. But again, like I understand that Jimmy Johnson called him out, and I'm not saying that he shouldn't be focused. But what is Jason Garrett going to do this weekend? The team is not there. The players are on vacation. They went back home to see their family. You know what I mean? So Jason Garrett, I just can't fault him for going on vacation on his vacation time. Now, if he's going on vacation and the team is here, or I'm there, I'm saying it like I'm in Dallas. I want to be there, right? I so want to be there. But, with the team being there, if the team is at the facility and they're supposed to be practicing and the coach is in Tahiti some damn where, then okay, I could be like, all right, what the hell are you doing, bro? Like, you need to be with the team right now. But everybody's on vacation right now, and give them their time. Now, if he's not back by Monday or Tuesday, then I got a problem with that. If he's still out in L.A. chilling with the baseball players, then I got a problem with that. Truly believe the key to our success in the second half of the season is the offensive line, pass protect. Yes, I completely agree with that. The offensive line is going to be huge for blocking for Dak going forward because, again, having that time for him to throw the ball, him still – okay, a lot of people say that, okay, well, I'm not going to get an excuse for Dak because it's his third season. Okay, it's his third season, but Dak Prescott started from the very beginning. From the very beginning. Even Patrick Mahomes sat for a year behind Alex Smith before Alex Smith left the Chiefs. So, sometimes when you just sit for a year, you got time to sit there and you can plan in your head. If you're a cerebral quarterback, if you're a smart guy, you're going to sit there and you're going to try to basically learn everything that you can from the quarterback that you're about to take his job. I think that one key to Dak's success in his first year was when Mark Sanchez was here and Tony Romo was here. That's why I said we needed a veteran quarterback as a backup on this roster to help him out. When I saw that they were working out Landry Jones, I was excited. But then I never heard they didn't sign him. They just let him leave. And I'm like, dude, Landry Jones has been a backup for Ben Roethlisberger for how many years? Like, and he's had some success himself. So you look at a guy like that, even if you don't have him playing, having a guy like that on a veteran minimum is key to a young quarterback's success. Because you look at it like this. From what Jerry Jones says, Dak Prescott is going to be our quarterback for the future, whether we like it or not, because he really likes Dak. Jerry Jones' whole philosophy was what I was saying before. If I see you do it once, I know that you can do it again. His rookie year was not a fluke. And, you got people saying that, oh, well, teams didn't have tape on you. Well, all you got to do is play one goddamn game, and teams are going to have tape on you, period, because it's one game. You look at his first game when he played the preseason at the LA Coliseum at the Rams Stadium. So you look at that and how successful he was in that game, and you're like, okay, well, he might do something. quarterbacks go through ups and downs, and I mean, like even the greats do. So I mean, I look at it like this: I'm not gonna trash Dak too much. He does have a lot that he has to work on, like his footing, some of his mechanics, and things of that nature. But again, you remember when he was with Mississippi State, he rarely ever snapped the ball under center. He was a shotgun quarterback. And I mean, like, you know, making that transition is and he pretty much made that transition, that part pretty well. But as far as reading the field, he's got to do a little better job of that. Yeah, and we can talk about the coaching all day. That son just like, hey, what's up? Right. But we could talk about coaching all day, and we know that that's majority of the issue right now, because there's no way you're going to tell me that 1 week we blow out the Panthers. I mean, the Jaguars, which at that point they were like the #1 defense in the league. And now it seems like ever since they lost to us, they've been losing every game since. They lost to the Eagles today. So teams go through their up and downs. I'd rather my team have a slightly slow start, but then start surging towards the end of the season for a playoff push. I want to look at this playbook. Like, I want to see the Dallas Cowboys playbook. I feel like it's the Cheesecake Factory menu. You got this little section right here that Linehan's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go do these dump offs, and I'm just gonna I don't know. I just feel like they be trying to set them up for failure. What's going on, Mike? My whole thing is this: like they got this little part that they're using right here. As soon as the media starts to trash the team, oh, the play calling sucks. Why they keep doing this? Then all of a sudden, the very next game, it's like, hey, Dak, open it up right quick. Y'all saw the Giants game when we threw that ball deep to Tavon. Everybody was sat back and was like, what the hell? Where was that at? Where was that at? And then what happened? What happened after halftime? You went right back to the bullshit. You went right back to it. Yeah, I know. Dak and Amari stayed in Dallas. Like I said that in my last video, and I said it was really good that they're working together because, look, Dak wants to be successful. Dak ain't no dumb dude. Dak is actually working on his doctorate degree. Like that, you know, for a football player, they don't get it. Half of them barely even get their bachelor's degree. I know, but you got to graduate now. But I mean, the rules have changed. But I mean, but you look at like you go back in the day, like in the 70s and stuff like that, like, you know, where they used to call them dumb jocks and stuff like that. Like, you know, that those days of being dumb jocks is over with because the X's and the O's in the league nowadays is different. Like, I mean, it's really cerebral. I mean, some players are better visually than they are mentally, which is the reason why certain players are able to do certain things, even if they don't have the athletic ability as another player. They can get them with their brains. Gallup or Hearns for the #3 spot. I would say Gallup right now. Hearns is your 4. Hearns only has 1 touchdown. We pay this dude $6 million a year. You got to get him the ball too. And again, with Coop coming in here, I feel like we're able to get this passing game going, y'all. I'll say this: the plays that we've seen in the Jaguars game, we haven't done those plays on the road. And we don't do those plays on the road. I feel like at home, they dial up the pressure at home. It's like we're going to show out for AT&T Stadium. As soon as we go on the road, it's like, we don't even know how to play football, y'all. And I know that this Redskins game, a lot of it is player execution. And, you know, Dak didn't have a good game. The offensive line didn't block well. There was a lot of holding calls. And I'm not even going to get into that BS LP Laddiser penalty at the end of the game that, like, cost us. But, you know, it is what it is. He's Dak and Coop working, but Jason Garrett at the World Series game. His ass clapping for no reason. That is hilarious. Hey, Pat, no, I feel you, bro. I feel you on that. But unfortunately, Jason Garrett don't play. He just coaches. So I guess he like, I'm the boss. I can do whatever I want to do. Now, if Dak wanted to, Dak could have been like, you know, forget this. I'm about to go to Louisiana. I'm about to go fishing. I'm about to go eat some crawfish or whatever. And Amari Cooper will figure it out when we come back next week. But no, Dak definitely was like, look, Dak is a smart guy. So Dak went out there and he was like, look, me and Coop, we gonna get together because I'm playing for my job and I'm playing for my team right now. So I got to give him a hand clap for that. Not a Jason Garrett hand clap, but a hand clap. Yeah, some fans think Dak is dumb, and I'm like, that's stupid. Like, it's really stupid. You don't even have to be a fan of the Cowboys to know that. I'd rather have Dak and Coop working on vacation than Derek stuck there working on play. Well, you know what Jason Garrett does when he come back, he look at Dak and be like, hey, let's play catch, guys. They throwing the ball at pregame. Let's play catch. What other coaches you see playing catch with their quarterback before the game? I'm just saying. I bet I could be Hearns in the race. I'm 34 with 3 kids. Hey, Pat, you hilarious, bro. He said, I bet I could beat Hearns in the race. I don't know. I don't know. Hearns be moving like he's stuck in the mud, but like I'm not about to run after no NFL wide receiver. Now I'll race some of the linebackers because that's a position that I played, but I'm not running with no wide receivers. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm like, bro, you got it. And I actually saw Alan Hearns, and I stood next to him, and I thought Alan Hearns was like my height. He's like a couple of inches taller than I am. Yeah, and see that pressure that Dak gets a lot of time makes him just like, okay, Dak wants to succeed. He wants to get to that first down marker. That's that one play in the Redskin game when he got hit in the head on the sideline. Like that was him trying to make something happen. And with that pressure, I mean, it's quick decisions you got to make. And sometimes, it's not easy, y'all. Now, as we talk about coaches, what are your guys' views on coaches that we should get? Because even if we fire them, what do you want to get a coach from the collegiate level to come in here? Because I think that actually might help him because, a lot of these collegiate coaches know how to deal with mobile quarterbacks like Dak, and I think that would be key for him. Yeah, and in the past, bye weeks don't suit us well because we come back and it almost look like we're lackadaisical. But and we've seen that in the past. But I just hope that they're able to stay focused this time because we got to get out. We got to get it. Is the coach, but he's sending a bad look to the team. No, I completely understand what you're saying, Pat. I hear you on that one. You said Hearns is allergic to grass? I can't. Another reason Dak doesn't throw interceptions because he doesn't take any chances. He's definitely hesitant. And yeah, he's definitely hesitant, but I think that Dak sometimes you just need to throw an interception. I hate to have to say that, but I feel like if you go in there with the concerned effort of I'm gonna make this work. I'm going to get this ball to this receiver. And sometimes you got to play without fear. And a lot of his fear is before his mother passed away, she used to get mad at him when he threw interceptions. When he was at Mississippi State and she'd be on there on the sideline, he'll literally throw an interception. He'll look right in the stands at his mom and she'll be like this. Don't you throw them interceptions, boy. But I mean, I think that's his reason. But, I mean, at this point, bro, you in the NFL, you got to take more chances. You just got to do it. Yeah, and are you Chase? Are you talking about the flag when the LP Laddiser flag? Because I feel like it should have been a flag on defense because they jumped up. But I think with Jay Gruden finally did something smart, and Jay Gruden was like, "Hey, you see LP moving? Next time he does that, you moves because the refs are going to call it on them, not us." So that was just Jay finally doing something smart and trying to outsmart us. Charlotte, North Carolina, group of Florida, bro. Oh yeah, see, I normally go to Charlotte every year, Pat, for my my roller skating showcases. We try to get there this April too, but we're supposed to be going to the draft with Tennessee, so I don't know how that's gonna work out. I'm gonna have to pick and choose my battles. Yeah, because I ain't rich, y'all. I ain't rich. Vikings offensive coordinator. Is his contract going to be up after the season? Because if he's still with the Vikings, that we can't really do anything with that. Said I'll burn Hearns. He's slow. And see, that's the thing. Like, Dak can't hold the ball too long. He has to realize when he needs to let that ball go. And some of those throws to those receivers, it was a situation where all he could have done is, if he would have threw that ball a half a second before, it would have been a catch. And Vern, and I will say this: I think that we need a coach that is going to be more like how we have with Chris Richard. We need that type of energy on the offense. If we get somebody that like Chris Richard on this offense as a coach, we'll be good, y'all. Like, I'm telling you, because we got the players. It's not like our players suck. You know what I'm saying? They just need that coach to get in that ass. Not literally, but figuratively. But I look at it like this. You see how Chris Richard be yelling at them DBs, and he be on them hard. And they weren't used to that before. They're used to just the clapper, like, we'll figure it out. Chris Peterson turned around Boise State. Now Washington University would be good for an offensive coordinator. Yeah, and I think that our next offensive coordinator does need to be a coach that's coming from the collegiate level, because again, that would definitely help Dak with the play calling, because he's a real he's a collegiate type of quarterback. I mean, that's just the way he plays. Garrett should watch film of other coaches on the bye week. Garrett needs to watch other coaches in the game and like how they game management, because our game management sucks ass. It really does, y'all. And I just don't understand like how you just 1 week you don't go for a 4th and 1 and then you do it. Look, everything is situational. It's a time and place for everything. And when the game is on the line, you got to take chances. You have to. Oh, yeah, Pat, I definitely would do that, bro. Next time I'm in Charlotte, I'm going to holler at you. Redskins are jumping off sides and holding all game. Yeah, and, unfortunately, I think Ryan Kerrigan and them was, like, throwing the 20s on the side, like, here you go, bro. I'm going to go ahead and, don't call this on us. Call it on them, because we want to win this game. Because, the Redskins want to beat the Cowboys so bad. Living here in the DMV, it sucks sometimes, because it's like, all you see is the Redskin fans, and they've been on a high all week. And the score right now is 10-3 still. And, I mean, they're struggling against the Giants right now, so which is telling me, well, I guess I spoke too soon, because DJ Swearinger just picked off Eli Manning. What else is new? So it don't look like the Giants are giving us much help right now. So if the Redskins win this game, we definitely have to get on a run, y'all, because the Redskins will be 5-2 after this game, and we can't get behind. Oh yeah, Thomas. So yeah, if we get a chance to go to the draft, man, definitely. If you're there, you already know that we're going to be doing live streams. We're going to be doing tailgating. We're going to be at the stadium and stuff like that. So if I do take that trip with them this year, I definitely would love to meet you guys. If you come up to the stadium and things like that. And see, when you talk about Coop's speed, Odell Beckham is famous for his slant routes. And if we do stuff like that with Coop to get the ball out quick, I mean, that's your weapon right there. And then you mix that in, like you said, the underneath routes with Beasley, it's going to be off the chain, y'all. And it's funny because when before McVay got uh, to the Rams, we thought that Jared Goff was gonna be a bust. And all of a sudden, McVay gets in there and he puts him underneath his wings, and he just rejuvenated the whole offense. And they got pieces that they needed. I'm telling you, you get the right pieces for your quarterback, and you get the right play calling for your quarterback. Your quarterback's going to play much better. You look at Mitchell Trubisky and with the Bears, he has his ups and downs because he's still a young player as well. But again, he's playing much better because again, when you have a great coaching staff that's helping you out, that helps, and that means a lot. We know that Garrett and Linehan are not good at developing quarterbacks. They need to be coaches of teams that have players like Tony Romo, players that do their own thing. And it sucks because you got to be better than that as a coach. Yep, get rid of Linehan, Kellen Moore, Paul Alexander. Chase, I couldn't agree with you more. A coach who is real. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna say that Jason Garrett's not real. He just what he shows to us and what he shows in his private time is a totally different person. Now, for whatever reason, he doesn't act like that when it comes to being in the public because he doesn't want the people to see his real side for whatever reason, and that's not real. That's phony. And y'all already know E2 keep it real. Like I'm the same way all the time. I don't change for nobody. Like I am who I am. You either like it or you don't. So again, Tony Romo as an offensive coordinator or as a coach of this team would be it's a dream. But Tony Romo, realistically, and I always speak from a realistic standpoint, y'all. Tony Romo is not leaving that cushy CBS job, making all that money to take a pay cut to be a coach for the Dallas Cowboys. He's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. So he could come in here and be scrutinized? Nah. Maybe in the future, maybe after he's made all the money that he wanted to do with CBS, maybe in the future, maybe like 10 years from now, he might come back and do that. But I don't think anytime soon he's going to do that. And we know defense ain't the issue. Because again, our defense is fourth right now in the league. But I think that would help us though, getting a dynamic safety in there would help. I mean, just adding that one centerpiece would help too. Now, and I know Mark Holmes was talking about this too. When you look at most teams, they have their coaches stay 4 to 5 years. They basically have one contract. And if they haven't at least gone to whether you're in the NFC or AFC, if you haven't been to a championship game or a Super Bowl, most of the time you're out. And in certain situations where they might keep them another year, depending on how the players are playing. Now, this is Jason Garrett's ninth year with as head coach, and we have a few playoff wins. We are basically, if you look at the record, we're 8-8. When you average it all out, we're an average team with Jason Garrett, and it's almost like when it's time for him to get cut or fired, he starts winning, and you're like, oh, come on. He said, I guarantee you that the Cowboys won't lose today. Yeah, the Cowboys definitely going to get a win today, but because we ain't playing. But unfortunately, it doesn't help in the actual win category. I wish it did. Yeah, Eli is I don't know. I think his career is about done. You can stick a fork in him. And and that's what I get for trying to bet on not bet, but trying to have the Giants help us because they're not going to help us. Now, yeah, and you know what, Kathy? It's funny that you say that. Mark Colombo is still on the staff, and you know, I wouldn't mind him being the offensive line coach. Um, that actually might happen if I don't know. It really depends on what Stephen Jones, you know, how they think that he's doing as the coach or whatever. So, yeah, and it sucks. We're not going to gain anything. We can't get any help from the division. It's this. But, you know, only thing that we can control is, well, us fans can't control anything. But the only thing that the Cowboys can control is their own destiny. And their destiny is starting to win games. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that Olivier Vernon? Olivier Vernon got a forced fumble and caught the ball and ran it back into their, I think their 20-yard line. So the Giants are, hey, it's not over yet, y'all. It's not over yet. And Vern, like you said, we have to beat the rest of the NFC. You have to win your division matchup games, because when it comes to wild card spots, they count those division games. And those division games are huge. Not just division games, but conference games as well. You have to beat the teams in the NFC. And I think us losing that Panther game is really going to come back and haunt us at the end of the season if we don't do our due diligence. He said, Eli, what in the first round quarterback is he doing? Tampa, bro. I know. I mean, they're imploding right now. I don't know what's going on with Winston. They might as well put Fitzpatrick back in there. Hey, Thomas, you said there's a lot of Cowboy fans in Nashville. See, I don't know. I've been to Tennessee. I've been to the state of Tennessee before, you know, many times, but driving through it. I've never actually just stopped and had a coffee and hung out with people. But because I don't really know anybody from Tennessee like that, I guess outside of you. But but I guess, you know, if we're there for next year's draft, I'm definitely going to try to, you know, see what Tennessee has to offer, because I definitely love to see Cowboy friends from all over the place. That's the wonderful thing about America's team, man. We got fans all over the United States and the world. Shout out to the UK fans. Shout out to the Canadian fans. Shout out to the fans in the Asian and African countries as well. So, you know, you guys are the true MVPs, because you guys most likely never get a chance to come see the games in person. So that's why I think it's big for YouTubers like myself and Mark and Foots and my man DMV and Law Nation and Vosh Lombardi. Like, you know, we're all out here, you know, just trying to get you guys, you know, engaged, and because it's really important in my opinion. Dre the Great, you said no one is better than Garrett in the market. Now, if you're talking about getting a coach right now that's available, you're probably right. But they're going to have to wait until somebody's contract is up, or if somebody from the college level wants to come up and coach in the pros. He said Eli sucks at no offensive line. He sucks with the offensive line, too. Oh yeah, and Pat, I really do like Charlotte. Charlotte's a good city. Like if I were to ever live in North Carolina, that's the one city that I would go to. What's going on, Brian? Yep, no help from the NFC today. Back to the drawing board. Fantastic creatures. Farmers market goes. And see, Vern, that's what I was saying. Like, you know, with Goff and Wentz, like, I mean, I have to give it to Wentz. Wentz is a good quarterback. Goff is as well. But again, it all depends on who your coaches are. When Doug Peterson became the coach of the the Eagles, that helped Wentz, and it helped that offense so much better. That's the reason why they won the Super Bowl, because they were able to adjust, make adjustments. This is what the Dallas Cowboys cannot do. Make adjustments. We need to make adjustments. Yeah, Jeff Fisher was definitely a joke. You remember when they were on Hard Knocks? You could tell like the team was just not wanting to play. I mean, the team wanted to play for him, but for whatever reason, he couldn't get that team together. Then McVay comes in with most of the same players, and all of a sudden, he controlled the team like it was a whole different ball club. Like, it was crazy. But again, that's why I tell you guys all the time that schemes matter. Schemes are important. Like, whenever you're scheming, you have to scheme for what you have as a talent. If you're a 4-3 team, you should not be drafting 3-4 defensive ends or linebackers because, again, it's a difference. Now, you do have guys that are interchangeable, like I think T.J. Watt, but some guys you can't switch them up like that. And we still got to play the Falcons. We still got to play the Saints. I mean, the schedule's not going to get a lot easy, but we have to make sure that we do our job. Do your job. See, hey Brian, yeah, you said the Redskins look hungry. Yeah, they are, because I look at it like that. They're 4-2 right now, so they just beat us. Every time the Redskins beat us, they're like, okay, we're good. We ain't beat the Cowboys in the last 5 meetings. Now all of a sudden, we're surging. We're a great team. They get on their high horse, and that's where they're at right now. That is where they are right now. We do need turnovers on defense. That is the only that's the only thing that I can say that about the defense that we need to do better. Everything else, I think we're good with. Yeah, and ever since we beat the Jags, it's like they lost every game since then, and they just haven't been able to come back from that. And we're only going to be as good as our coaching. I don't care who you have on your team. If you don't play to that player's strength, you might as well not even have that player. He said, bro, Kellen Moore is a quarterback coach. Mark Colombo can't be worse. No, he can't be worse. And I don't think he will be worse. I actually think that Mark Colombo would be good for this offensive line because he knows a lot of these guys. Yep, you're right, Thomas. What's going on, LJ? And of course, Vernon Davis out here running on the Giants defense like they the midgets. Yeah, and you're right. Carolina, Detroit, Seattle, those are tiebreakers, and those games are going to matter when we get down into who's going to get a wild card spot. So again, Cowboys have to do their due diligence. They have to do what they need to do. They can't worry about no other team because these teams are not going to give you any favors in this league. So you really have to do your job and make sure that you do what you do so you can make it there. Oh, you know that that Monday night game gonna be lit when the Cowboys come off of that bye because everybody's gonna be looking to see what the Cowboys are doing. So, And Thomas, you're right. Romo ain't coming through that door. He ain't coming through that door. He is not coming through that door. Oh, LJ, that cigar was good, bro. Appreciate it. And again, you look at now. You talk about quarterbacks rescinding. You look at Blake Bortles, like he is not doing well right now with his team, with them Jaguars, and it's like I think their situation is kind of similar to the Cowboys, but not really, because I'd rather take Dak over Blake Bortles all day, because I think that Dak Prescott has a much higher ceiling than Blake Bortles does. But you look at the way that they're playing, their defense has to literally take control of the game. And again, you already know when our defense is on the field, that's when they start making mistakes. When they're on the field too long because they get tired. Your offense has to be able to at least sustain drives. If you can't sustain drives, you're not going to win any games because your defense can't stay out there that long. You said the Giants won't score. They probably won't. It's 10 minutes. It's about 10 minutes left in the game. They're not. It's a Charlotte's phone besides the fake Panther fans. But it's Banker City, so they all have to. Yeah, and see, man, I'll be honest with you, Pat, there's fake fans everywhere, man. Like, now when we talk about real bandwagon fans, we're talking about the ones that wear one jersey this week and then wear a different team's jersey the next week. You ain't never going to see nothing on my back outside of a Cowboys jersey. It's not going to happen. I've been bleeding blue and silver my whole life. I bleed blue twice because my fraternity colors are blue too. So, yeah, there's that. Man, if we could beat the Falcons, but you already know whenever we play teams that are worth winning, the analysts always say, "Oh, it's because they caught them at a bad week." Like they don't ever get a Cowboys no type of praise for anything. I mean, you look at when we blew out the Jags, like nobody cared. Oh, what's going on, Sheila? How you doing? K9 Cowboy, what's going on? Sandman, what's up, bro? Oh, what's my fantasy team doing? Like, hold on, let me matter of fact, since you said something, let me check my fantasy. Whooping ass. Sandman, whooping ass right now, bro. I'm probably gonna win this week. At least my fantasy team is winning this week. So I got Jared Goff as my quarterback, and he doesn't play till 4:25. So, and I'm already beasting. So, and Christian McCaffrey, it's only third quarter, end of the third quarter, and I got 15 points with him. And look, I had to get Anthony Hitchens right in fantasy because I miss Anthony Hitchens, but the way he plays with the Chiefs, he gets a lot of tackles, and I have him on my roster. He gets me at least 15 points every week. I hate to say it, but yeah, the Skins are definitely going to win. Hey, Sam, man, why you always starting trouble? Me against Foots. I'll be honest with you. As far as like all around musician, I think that Foots got me on that. But he's better at me in certain things and me better than in other things. Like it depends on what we're doing, what we're playing. But I definitely shout out the Foots, man. Foots is definitely that's true musician right there. Virginia Finance, you said Giants equal trash. I don't know. I feel like the Steelers, when they play like teams that are lesser than them, they play down to their level, and it's almost like, and then they just end up looking like crap too. It's crazy. You said the Giants are the new Browns. I don't know. Oh, Sam, man, you got McCaffrey too? Yeah. I think he was like one of the first players I picked up in the draft because I couldn't get Elliott because I think I picked later in the draft than other people. But I'm winning in my league right now. I'm 6-1 right now. Yeah, whooping ass. Whooping ass. What did I think about Jack Del Rio? I wanted Jack Del Rio to come in here to be our coordinator, but the problem with that is this. I think that, and I realize this. I think that Jack has an issue with the Cowboys. You know, I know he played for them back in the day, but I think that there's some animosity between him and Jerry or something like that because he was never even looked at for a job. I got to look that up to know for real, but I think that's what the issue was with Jack Del Rio. Yeah, buddy, they don't come through for us. But when the roles are reversed and we need them to win, I mean, we need them to lose, then they don't lose, and it's like, come on, bro, come on, man. Yep, Eli about to throw another interception. He throwing them apple turnovers, y'all. I think that's why Odell Beckham is acting the way he's acting right now because he's like, man, I got this quarterback. They benched Winston. I can't see that game so because of the region I'm in. I know you guys are down south of Florida. I know you guys can see that, but I can see the Carolina game because I'm close enough to North Carolina, and because they're playing the Baltimore Ravens. Okay, McCaffrey. Oh, yeah. See, you know, it sucks because now I got to root for like certain players because of my fantasy because I can't watch my own team. New York Little Giants. They'll probably remake that movie soon. Yeah, y'all remember the Little Giants? Stevie Mac, man, you taking me back, bro. You said when weak ass game plan, Linehan get fired. Yo, Sam, man, you funny as hell, dude. Yo, we gotta link up, bro. You and are you in Texas, right? You in El Paso? Sorry if I'm wrong, but where in Texas are you, Sam, man? Oh, to be an offensive coordinator, man, I wanted North Turner, but that ain't gonna happen. I don't know. I think that I don't know a lot about collegiate offensive coordinators, but I think that if Dak could get a guy from college, I think that would be good. I think that'd be good for Dak to have a guy like that to come in there. So I think the reason why the Cowboys are still in NFC East because because of their battles with the Redskins, they wanted to keep that rivalry when they redid the divisions. Because you remember Arizona Cardinals was once in a division too when they had 5 teams. So when they moved them back to the West, like you look at the Cowboys, they could have easily put the Cowboys in like the South Division, but they wanted when they redid the divisions, they saw that how much of a hatred towards the Redskins the Cowboys had, and that rivalry was strong, and they didn't want to break that apart. Now, I could be wrong, but I think that has a lot to do with it. Now, I'm gonna have to look that up now too, because you definitely got me thinking about it. But yeah, a lot of that is because of the rivalry. They wanted to keep them in the East. I also think we can win a division too, but we got to call better plays. How about that? Who is the worst? Wait. Who is the worst turnover machine? Eli Turnover Tyrant or James Winston? Winless Winston. Yo, you got some funny. I'm gonna say Eli because Winston just very recently started trending downward. I'm definitely gonna say Eli because if you're talking about over their careers, I'm definitely gonna say Eli. What's going on, Jim? Yeah, Virginia Finest says Eli too. Oh, you in suspect San Antonio? So one of my boys is in San Antonio now. He used to live here in Maryland with me. Him and his wife moved to San Antonio because his job transferred him down there. Because I think he's with Under Armour, so he got a position out there paying him more. So he's out in San Antonio. So I definitely need to go out there and visit him too. So because I love Texas. So. You said James Winston's have 10 interceptions over 4 games. Yeah, that's and then they talk about Dak, right? Oh, is he with the stinking? Look, the stinking Giants fan. Like we talk about we joan on him all the time with his squeaky ass voice. Like, but I love Rashid to death though. He get on my damn nerves though. But like having him around, he definitely helps us. Even though he's a Giants fan and he's annoying as hell. Whenever we're doing events and stuff like that, he definitely helps us. He helps a lot. And I gotta I thank him for that. But he's still annoying as hell. Do you think we'll get our first road win against the Eagles in the foul? We should. We better. We need to beat some of these birds. One of them birds got the Eagles, Falcons. One of them birds got to die. Shoot them out the sky. But the Falcons are a team that you can never go on a game and be like, oh, they're gonna lose or they're gonna win this one, because the way the Falcons go, they're so up and down. You think that we're up and down? Falcons are up and down too, because one week they'll look like world beaters, then the next week you be like, what the hell are they doing? I mean, it's really hard to tell when it comes to the Falcons, though. And see, it's funny because the Houston Texans is an AFC team, so they wouldn't put both of those teams in the same, state, both NFC teams. Now, because you look at the Redskins and the Ravens stadium is literally with no traffic. You can literally get from Redskins Stadium to FedEx Field to Redskins Stadium in 35 minutes without traffic. So it's not that far away from each other. But again, one is an AFC team and one is an NFC team. So, but it's funny because that I don't think that they have a big rivalry. I think because of the newness of the Ravens, but it's funny because when they play, they call it the Battle of the Beltway. It's almost like when the Texans and the Cowboys play. That's how when the Redskins and Ravens play each other. Surprised the NFL hasn't added teams yet, and I think they should add a couple of more teams to balance out the divisions. I mean, we can go back to having 5 teams in a division, but the only problem about that is you're going to have to add more games to a season too. So it's a lot of things that are going to have to change. That's probably the reason why they haven't made another team. Now, I don't know what they're going to do with when they expand to London, because at some point, y'all, we're going to have a team in London because the fan base in London is ridiculous. We play every year. They might have a team in Mexico too. the Desperados or something like that. Like, you know, the Mexican Desperados, like something like they can do that. But again, they would have to change divisions. They would have to rework everything. And I don't think that Goodell is ready to do that yet. But I don't know if they're going to take a team like Jacksonville Jaguars and move them to London, because for whatever reason, the Jacksonville Jaguars have a big following in London. They have a lot of their fan base there is huge. So I don't know if they're just going to take a team that's already existing and move it to another country, or they're just going to create a whole nother expansion team. But I'm definitely interested in that. I would love to see that. What we got? Oh, you in San Antonio too? Say, hey, everybody in San Antonio. Hey, shout out to San Antonio. Virginia Finest, you in Roanoke? Yeah, bro. It's funny because you're close, but not really. You're far. You're like 2 hours away, but 4.5 hours? It's 4.5? Oh, yeah, it's next to Virginia Tech. She would know. She's in Virginia Tech. She's a techie. Hokey. Hokey. I'm sorry. Couple. You a Huckleberg? They don't sound like that? The first part of that call, but that second part. I don't sound like a pigeon. I can't do it. See, he over here clowning me. It is what it is, though. I'm always losing, y'all. Will Amari Cooper draw double teams? Can we get Riccavelli, our fullback, more involved in the game plan? And Sam, man, that's what I've been saying, man. I think that Amari Cooper will draw some double teams. They need to get Rico Gathers out there. They need to get him moving. You got this big 6'8" monster out there that it takes 4 people to tackle him, but you clearly don't utilize that. And again, Jameis Olawale he's a triple threat for you. He can run the ball into the end zone, he can catch the ball out the backfield, and he can block for you. Utilize your offensive players. I don't know how many times I had to keep saying that. Especially since Tavon Austin is out right now with his groin injury. You need to utilize your strengths. I cannot stress that enough, y'all. Look up Roanoke, Virginia, Star City, Mill Mountain. That's where he's at. Oh, we have a Cowboy star on the left side of the mountain down there. Oh, okay. That's what's up. I'm gonna look that up. Actually, you know what's funny? Can you see it from the road, like from the highway? Because I know when we drove to Texas from here, we went through your area, and I remember when you were saying, "Hey, come scoop me up on the way." I remember that. Giants going 1-7. Yeah, they are, Sheila. Stinking Giants fan remind me of. Say that from X from the group, brand new. Yeah, man. Sam, man, you know your stuff, man. You really do. Right, add 4 more teams, gives you 36 teams. Change the playoff format to 10 games. And see, look, and you know what's funny? And you guys, you already know that I like to be the reasoning guy and to give you different perspectives. So Solo, what you were saying about the having 36 teams, this is the thing. A lot has to change. You're talking about player salaries. You're talking about now you're going to have to up the roster because you have to supplement your injuries too, which is more money that has to be spewed out, which means that the salary cap has to go up some more. And Roger Goodell ain't taking no money out of his pocket. So as I sip my tea on them. Yeah. The Jags have not recovered since we beat them 47. They sure have not. They have lost every game since. And they did not help us today because they lost to the daggone Eagles. God damn. If the Falcons play outside on grass, then they suck. Yeah, you're right about that, bro. Oh, that beautiful stadium they got. It's not as bad. It's not as good as AT&T Stadium, but not many places are. Are the Bears for real, or is this a combination of a weak schedule and a healthy team? Some of that can be, yeah, but I think that Mitchell Trubisky is finally getting it. It's another thing, too. He's learning the offense. And guess what? They got a coordinator over there. Shots fired. What's going on, Rob? The Eagles, Barkley beat the Jags. They have amazing pass rush, but if the Jags get close, we can win. Yeah, and I'm just saying, like, you know, it's any given Sunday. It is any given Sunday. Like, it don't matter. Like, I mean, the Carolina Panthers are all over the Ravens this week, and you look at that, and Baltimore has been playing pretty good this season with their defense, but you know, now it seems like the Carolina Panthers are coming on and they're figuring things out. And this is what I tell you about game plan. Game planning is a real thing, y'all, because it changes every week. It changes every week. Virginia Finest said Hokies boo. Whoa. You about to make her mad, Virginia Finest.
Let's go. Hokies.
Yeah, well, you know, there you go. There's the call on that one. Yeah, Rob, this week does suck because it's like ain't nobody helping us out. We can't even get a handout. We lose to the goddamn Redskins, and then we can't get nobody to help us. It's just, you said add teams to Portland, Oklahoma, Boise, Alabama. I think that if they're going to do that, they're going to go international. So that Monday night's going to be lit. You know, I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to be at Mark's house. We're probably going to be doing a big live stream over there because it's going to be huge. We got to beat the Titans. And it's a home game. So what do we do at home? We win. That's what we do. So, you know, I'm good with that. You said you hate watching other teams. I do too. But for fantasy purposes, I watch it. Oh, Virginia Finds, you went to UVA? That's why. See her mother went to UVA. And sometimes she don't like her mama either, especially when and her dad went to ODU and I don't know if y'all saw that ODU Hokie game this year. ODU upsets. Talk about an upset. Go back to sleep because that try again next year, right? Expansion team in London with a game intro. Drake in the booth. Yo, Sam, man, you stupid, bro. Stevie Mack, the Mexican enchiladas, the London fish and chips, just possible NFL team names. The Mexico enchiladas. I think the Desperados, but I think that's already a Arena League team, so you can't use that. The London fish and chips. Oh, that don't sound very tough. It don't sound tough at all. Who y'all playing? Maybe we're playing the fish and chips this week. The Philly chip. That's the Eagles need to be renamed to the Philly steak and cheeses. Or I'm sorry, don't let the Philly fans come in here and troll me. Let's say it right. Cheese steaks with that that Miracle Whip cheese they use. Oh, that ain't cheese. It's cheese in a can, bro. Who eats cheese in a can? Oh, Virginia Finest talking shit. He said Virginia Tech Chokies.
Come see me outside.
No, he just playing around. But you know, it's that UVA Virginia Tech rivalry.
Look, we get back on this little live stream on Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving. That's when you play.
Well, there you go. That's okay. She said she's gonna see you after Thanksgiving. The day after Thanksgiving. Thomas, which game you gonna be at? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Which game were you talking about you gonna be at? Oklahoma Stampedes. That makes sense. The Giants have no backup quarterback at all. They got Alex Tanney. You remember when Alex Tanney was with the Cowboys? I wanted him so bad to like be Tony Romo's backup because he did really good when he was here with us, and then like he disappeared. Like I think he went to like the Chiefs or something like that, and then now he's with the Giants. I didn't even know he was still in the league until the start of this season when I seen him playing in preseason. When are they saying Tavon Austin be back? So Tavon Austin is still a couple of weeks out with his groin. He's definitely not playing the Titans game, and I think they're going to keep him out the game after that. So it's going to be at least another 2 weeks before he comes back, at least. Yes, we definitely need more turnovers all day. Not Apple turnovers, but actual turnovers that go in our favor. Pick sixes, y'all, all day. Forced fumbles, I give it all. Sack strip fumbles, I want them all. I want them all. Yes, you can see it's not actual Cowboy star. Just say that, but yeah, you can see it. Yeah, I mean, a star is a star, you know what I mean? Like it's recognizable, and you can put it in your head all day long. That's for the Cowboys. And another penalty. I wouldn't be surprised if we went deep to Cooper on the first play against the Titans. And you know what's funny? It's either going to be one or two things. They're either going to go deep on the first series of the game, or they're going to give him an end around and get him into space and see if he can elude the defense by juking him out like Saquon Barkley does. But we'll see how that works out. Oh, it's my wife. Virginia Finals. 11 for 49 touchdown. It's like he's got more. Yeah, because when he does, he's so explosive when he touches it. Like, were you there when Michael Vick was there?
I was there. No, unfortunately, with Marcus.
Oh, you had Marcus Vick. Okay, so Michael Vick was a little before her, like a year.
I got it in 2001, right before September 11th.
Yeah, so she was there right before September 11th, 2001. And Michael Vick had just left the season before that because I think he went out early, didn't he? He went out a year early. Yeah, he went out a year early. So, she was there with Marcus Vick and Daryl Tapp and Eddie Royal. Who else was there when you were there? Was Cam Chancellor's younger? Cam Chancellor wasn't there. He might have been a freshman when you graduated. So yeah, Cam Chancellor, I think he had just got there when you were leaving. Yeah. Said when the boys don't play, I don't want to. I feel you. I feel you on that. Right, but for fantasy purposes, that's why I watch. With the right offensive coordinator, can Dak show improvement and become a top 10 quarterback? I think that he's on that second tier quarterback. He's not the elite level. He's not on the level with Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, those guys. He is right that second level with the Matty Ices of the world, the Tony Romos of the world. Like I said, he could be on that second tier. He can definitely be on that second tier. Al Davis voice, just win, baby. No, I wasn't in Indianapolis. I was actually in Gary, Indiana. Like I was in Michael Jackson's hometown. That's where I'm from. But when I was there, no, I didn't get a lot of crap for being a Cowboy fan because my family, because there's a lot of Bear fans, because where I lived at was literally close to, we were like 20 minutes outside of Chicago. And I think the Colts were new. So they didn't really have many fans back then. They were a new team. People were jumping on their bandwagon. So my family growing up was Cowboys and Bears. I followed my favorite uncle, and I've been a Cowboy fan ever since. And, I never had any issues back then. Probably if I go back now, maybe. because I know all of those people are probably Colts fans now. Because I know a lot of my family that spread out. Because I have family that live in Ohio now. Some of them are Bengal fans now, which is crazy to me, but it is what it is. Somebody said, "What is a hokey?" Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
What's a wahoo? I mean, damn.
No, that was somebody different. I don't know.
Did you go to what you do?
I'm not even gonna get into that argument. Damn, Virginia Finest. He said I ain't even go to UVA. Hell, I dropped out of high school.
Well, damn. It's okay.
But it's all good though. We still love you, Virginia Finest.
We do.
But I think he's repping UVA because that's his area. That's where he's.
Because of growing up?
Yeah.
21 for 29, 219 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Maybe? I don't know. Giants.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what
Rep who you want, baby. Rep who you want.
But again, you rep who you want. I'm not gonna tell nobody that you can't be a fan of anybody. Like there's people out there that talk about like you can't be a fan of a certain team because you don't live in that area, which is a bunch of bullshit to me. Because look, me personally, I look at it like this. Adrian Peterson. Peterson.
Damn.
Oh my God. Well, Giants losing today.
God. All right, AP.
Adrian Peterson is the same age as me. I'm about to go get my pads, yo. Like for real. Like
AP said you wrote me off.
they wrote him off and he was like,
I'm back.
I'm back for real.
All right. I see you with your old ass.
With your little ass.
Oh,
You said the cheesesteaks are better in Jersey than they are in Philly.
ooh,
I believe
shots fired.
shots fired. Stevie Mac said that. I believe that too. But I know these Philly people about to be.
Let's take a road trip and figure it out.
See, I went when I was up there for my tryouts for the Philadelphia Soul. They went to Geno's. Who was it? Geno's?
Yeah, we forgot that you have to ask for seasoning with that.
Yeah, it's weird because you get a cheesesteak, you got to ask for seasoning. I understand that because some people maybe allergic to seasoning or something like that. But I didn't know that you had to ask for seasoning. I thought that was like a condiment, like that was something that you didn't have to ask for. It was just already there. Yeah, see, and if we go get and see Casey, you talking about Carl Joseph. I don't think that Carl Joseph is gonna really help us like that. I mean, I don't know why the Raiders are trying to trade all of their players, but I don't want all of their leftovers. Amari Cooper is good enough. And like I said, if we go ahead and sign Melifonwu on Monday, I guess we'll be good with that too.
Look at that block.
That was a good ass block.
Come on, big boy.
Can we cram Linus, aka Linehan, in the locker room with the dirty jock straps and throw away the key? Nah, just fire him. You ain't gotta do all that. Just tell him bye. Just tell him let the door split you with a God split you with a good will. I fucked that all up. But anyway, you know what it is. You know what I'm trying to say. Let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Right. I got it. But we're not about to talk about booty holes because we already know those trolls need to get up out of here with that. Out of those three, Coco, watch out! Don't be careful. You got to be more careful. And Tyrann Mathieu talked so much crap about the Cowboys. I do not want him on our team. And I've been saying that, Kerry, about giving about giving Zeke more screenplays and things of that. Like We did that one wheel route to him for 20 yards down the field. I was like, where the hell did that come from? Because we ain't never do nothing like that before. But I feel like if we do more, what's up, girl? Hey, mama. I feel like if we do more than that, look at hey Coco, you on camera. Look, hey, what's up, Coco? I feel like if we do more of screenplays, misdirection, wheel routes, things of that nature, it'll open things up because you already know trying to keep cramming Ezekiel Elliott straight up the middle and stuff like that. When teams are crowding the crowd in the line of scrimmage, you're not going to do anything. You have to get him in space, and that's key. So yes, I definitely agree. We need to get him on more screens and things of that nature.
Coco, move.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm from Gary, Sam, man, and I going back home is kind of depressing sometimes because it's almost like parts of Michigan where because my hometown was big on the steel mills back in the 70s, and when a lot of those factories went down, a lot of stuff is abandoned and they kind of just forgot stuff. And when Michael Jackson died, we went back. They had a statue out there and everything, but it's they put a new highway through there, but they really haven't done anything to fix up the city, so it's kind of depressing. But I do want to go back and visit my hometown because that's my home place. But I just don't where I am now is my new home. So. Oh, Anita, you in Las Vegas, Nevada? See, I've never been to Sin City before. I need to go. And I know when the Raiders moved their team to Las Vegas, I mean they're trying to make themselves the new America's team, which they're not. That's not going to happen. But you look at a place like that where celebrities go all the time, and it's just, oh my God, did you see that? God. I know y'all watching this Giant game. Yo, Odell Beckham just caught. Oh, God, one-handed off of the.
And
still made a play. And still came down and ran for more yards. That's what Odell gives you. But you got Eli, but you got sometimes. Well, no, because Eli can't get him the ball. That's why, because he's so inaccurate. Let's talk about inaccurate quarterbacks. Oh, your pops resides in Columbus, Ohio? Yeah. Some of my family, I have family in Hamilton, Ohio, and, in some of those smaller cities or whatever, but that surround those bigger areas. But like I said, they switched and now they're Bengal fans. So I was like, okay, well, y'all have fun with that. I'm not representing the who they. How about them Cowboys? Sheila, no, we didn't sign Obi yet. Because the Cowboys are basically on a vacation or an off week because of the bye week. They can't really do anything as far as signing players until Monday. And I think what they're going to do to make space for him, if they do sign him on Monday or Tuesday, they're going to give him they're going to take C.J. Goodwin and put him on IR because he broke his forearm the last game. So. No, and Amari Cooper is not going to carry the whole team by himself. But again, that's why I basically said that his success is due to how we utilize him in the offensive game. We know that he's a fast player. We know that he's a player that's going to require a double team by the defense because if he's covered single man, he's going to beat that all day. But again, you got to get him the ball. You got to get him the ball in the right capacity. That's why I said I think that when we start off with him, since he's new with the team and we still have to get a rapport with him, give him something simple like a short pass and let him get yards after catch. That's what I believe. Ohio State and Texas A&M are my college favorites, and we them boys, of course. Gotcha. Yeah, Sandman Gary is hood, and that's why I'm not there. Yeah, sometimes like when you get older, you realize you can't be in the hood no more. You gotta get up out the hood. You gotta if you want better for your life. I mean, if you want to get a job, because it's unfortunately it's not many opportunities for jobs back home. So me being there is not conducive to my lifestyle now. So like I said, I'm always gonna love my home, but you gotta grow up and you gotta get out of that life. Your brother's playing again. Who's your brother? Hey, see, Brian, you say AP looking like the best running back, but you understand Ezekiel Elliott is still, even with the struggles he's been having this season, he's still like top 1 and 2 running backs statistically this year. So, I mean, that's actually interesting to even think that. Who else do I want to trade for? Okay, I'm gonna give you 2 different answers to that, because in my dream scenario, I want us to go ahead and just go all out and go get Patrick Peterson from the Cardinals, because obviously they said that they're willing to deal any player on their roster right now. And I said, well, I ain't never heard a team say that before. So you just don't care this year, huh? I would go get Patrick Peterson, and I know that we got decent corners on this team already, but hell, you get a dynamic guy like that, that's going to help. And I don't know what I would give up for him. Maybe one of our defensive line players that we don't use like that. I don't know, but I don't know. But outside of that, I don't really want to trade anybody else, because we need at least some of our draft picks for next year. I don't want Landon Collins, and Landon Collins he ain't gonna want to be no Cowboy. Yeah, everybody's talking about Carl Joseph and Clinton Dix, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to get back to y'all on that. And then the Giants got rid of Snacks Harrison. But hey, guess what? We ain't got to deal with Snacks no more. We ain't got to worry about Snacks in the division no more, y'all. I was happy when they did. They got rid of Eli Apple. He done went to the Saints. The teams are desperate right now. They're just trying to overhaul right now. And Eli almost threw another interception, and Josh Norman just dropped it. Anita said, "Poor Giants." I know, right? Poor guy. No, because they don't have no sympathy for us. They don't have no sympathy for the Cowboys. So guess what? I'm gonna be cutthroat as well. Pretty much. Yeah, Gary has a high crime rate. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. My hometown is rough. I know. Redskins talking a lot of shit. It's funny, if Dak wouldn't have fumbled the ball in the end zone, we would have had. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of what ifs in that game. I mean, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot a little bit. And again, game management. That part is on coaching. And I said player execution as well. We didn't play a good game as far as the players, and also Jason Garrett has to do a better job of game management, because that crap at the end of the game cannot happen. Vern said, after watching Eli, I have no reason to complain about Dak. You're right. Dak's going to get a lot of criticism anyway, because he's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, and no matter who is playing at the quarterback position for that star, if you got a star on your helmet, you're gonna be crucified. That's just the way it goes, and he knew that coming in. Put it in the end zone. Vegas is straight. I've lived there in the early 80s and early 2000s. I'm going to shout out Summerlin. Yeah, so like I said, I've never been to Vegas. That's one place I want to travel to. My fraternity, we're doing our conclave conference next year in Las Vegas, and hopefully I can go. I may not even register because that register fee is ridiculous. I might just get a room and just go and just hang out with my frat. But I'm trying to get out there, yo. I'm trying to travel. I'm trying to do some things. I'm trying to live my best life. You feel me? If AP keep running like this, Redskins might win the NFCs. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not going to win. Let Zeke get back on that field and let him eat. I am not going to give them that crown just yet. Nope. Nope. Ain't going to happen. Nope. Not at all. Cooper doesn't need to carry. He needs to scare secondaries, which give holes to Zeke and makes Gallup and Hearns. And see, and that's what I was saying. Like, you just get him into some space, and they be like, oh, we got to check Cooper. It's going to open up the underneath routes to Beasley. It's going to open it up for Gallup. It's going to definitely open it up for Zeke. And Zeke is going to eat, and it's going to be like when we played against the Pittsburgh Steelers, Dak and Zeke's rookie year when he was running all over their butts. That's the plan. From New Jersey, and they deal with these Giant fans talking. Yeah, it sucks living in a state with a division rival, you know, because you hear it all day. And the only thing these Redskins fans say to us Dallas Cowboys fans all day, every day is, have you ever been to Dallas? Have you ever been to Dallas? Yeah, I go all the time. Mind your business. Worry about your dead skins and keep it moving. Yeah, and Zeke seeing a lot of those loaded boxes is because, you know, when defenses look at us, they're like, we already know the identity of the Dallas Cowboys. We know that they're going to go out there and they're going to do one thing, and they're going to run that ball first. We don't fear any of their wide receivers, and that's the problem. So because of that reason, that's where we're at with that. Oh, yeah, Philly fans are the worst. I feel sorry for you, Stevie Mack, living right there in that territory. Woo, Lord. It's got to be hard to be a Cowboy fan living in the Philly, South Jersey area. Lord. So 17 seconds left in the game, and Evan Ingram scores a touchdown. But it don't matter because the Redskins still won this game. Yep, Lamar Jackson got his first NFL touchdown with the Ravens. We ain't getting no help today, man. No help. Yeah, Garrett is a buffoon. Yes, he is. I need to say, after seeing Eli play, I love Dak. I always love Dak. I mean, I didn't need Eli to have to tell me that, but you know, I agree with you. Watching him does make you appreciate what you got at home. AP is a good example of how good coaching combined with catering to a player's talent. And that's what I've been saying, Sam, man. You have to play to your player's strengths. And if you ain't doing that, you ain't got nothing. Jason Garrett watching the World Series instead of watching film and fixing what he did wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, Nita. Yeah, I'm definitely coming out there to Las Vegas. Like, definitely. I gotta take that trip. But I know y'all heat out there. It's ridiculous. But I heard that, like, the way the heat is, I don't really have a humidity. It's just straight heat. It's just dry. We got to worry about the Eagles and the Skins for real, because they're both now ahead of us in the division, and we got to win next week. We got to string wins after wins, and it's imperative. We have to win on the road. That's important. Yeah, some more strip sacks as well. So But yeah, I'm gonna end this live stream soon, y'all. I appreciate you guys coming on here, man. I really do. It was good chatting with y'all. I love to talk to you guys. You guys are awesome. Yeah, no humidity, just dry heat, and yeah, and that's what I heard. It'd be like 120 with no humidity. And see, here in the DMV in the summertime, it could be 85, but didn't feel like 120 because of the humidity. Is stupid. You be outside like you can't breathe. It sucks. Yeah. No, I would definitely go to Vegas in the wintertime here because, again, Vegas got two they have two seasons, summer and summer. Same thing with Mexico. You got to go in the wintertime. Oh, I appreciate y'all too. I really do. Not with Deion Sanders saying shall believe in Eli. I don't know. And again, I want to see what Shannon got to say about Eli. Skip. You said you don't even own a coat. Well, if you come out here to the DMV, you're gonna definitely have to have a jacket. Cause that game, I don't know, that game when we did the that I could not live, and I'm sorry about that. I tried to live stream at the tailgate. I couldn't do it because it was too much going on. Like the wind was so, I'm telling you, the wind was so heavy, it broke our tent. We had to literally leave we had to throw it in the trash because it wasn't no good. Yeah, Stevie Mac. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do more. I'm gonna bring Mouth of the South back on. I know some of you guys don't like him because he's a loud mouth, but he's knowledgeable about our team as well, and he's my frat brother, so I love him to death. I want to get DMV on here. DMV is actually in Vegas right now for work, so I was trying to get him to come over today, but he's out of town. So, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna hold it down, man. I'm doing the best that I can. You know, my schedule's been kind of crazy lately. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a lot of things I'm working on right now. But yeah, the Bucks and the Bengals. Yeah, with that last minute score, and see they put Fitzpatrick back in there. You already know what time it is. So Fitzmagic is back, baby. So watch out, Coco. Move. What up, Mark? You all late? Unless you were already in here, didn't say anything, but. Almighty Bones, what's going on, bro? Where you at, Almighty? Where you live at? No, I feel you, Mark. I hear you on that one. You see my dog over here. She being needy right now. This big old 92. See, this dog right here, she want to sit on my lap and stuff. And she like 92 pounds. She crazy. Notorious drunk. All the way in Saudi Arabia. What's going on? What it do? I appreciate that support. Oh yeah, I love my dog. Like she get on my nerves, but she a sweetheart though. Look how big she is though. 92 pounds. And she brindles. I hate walking her because every time I walk her, like I can't just like people stop me like, oh my God, what is she? She's amazing. She's beautiful. She's all brindly. Like to me, she looks like an oatmeal cream pie. Like she's got that chocolate caramel swirl, and then like her chest plate is like white, and then her paws are like half her paws are white though. Like it's awesome though. Watch out, girl. You're messing up my table here. So yeah, so next week when we play Monday night, I'm definitely like I said, we'll probably be with the boys or whatever. We'll probably be doing a live stream for that for the Titans game and stuff. So it's gonna be good though. Yeah, it's mad cold, about to rain. Went from summer to 50 degrees without. Well, yeah, it did do that here in the DMV as well. It's a nice day here. It's like 59, 60 degrees. I'm about to throw on a sweater when I get off of this live stream. I'm gonna walk my dog and I'm gonna jog around the neighborhood because I gotta get my exercise in. So, yep. Shout out to DMV. Yeah. Shout out to my man DMV. I'm gonna try to get him to change his mind on that YouTube channel thing because, sometimes, when things come at you hard, man, you kind of just be like, forget it. I'm not going to put no more effort into it. But, when you have fans and stuff that want to see your content and stuff like that, like you got to keep it for that. You know what I mean? Because, even when I get down on certain times, I realize that like the energy that you guys give to me, I can give back to you. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like, as a Cowboy fan base, like I owe that to you guys. So, oh yeah. And Andrew, we definitely should win that game because we're playing at home. So, oh, you're down there near Luray Caverns. You're not that far away. Is that near what is that? Williamsburg? I don't know if I'm saying that wrong. The Stone Mountain. That place where it's got the indoor water park and stuff like that. I still want to go there though. Wolf Creek Lodge, I think that's what it is. Wolf Creek. Are you near there? I definitely want to. I've been past it all the time. I never been to it. Feel it in your lower chakras. You got that right, Sandman. I'm telling you, like it's that is positivity is one thing, and I had this conversation with L Boogie in the comments before. Shout out to L Boogie. About when you're dealing with emotional things or mental things or whatever that you may dealing with, like just having people around you that care and doing things that make you happy creates that positivity, and that's one thing that I live by. I was trying to get the Hill guy from the Saints. That's the tight end I was looking at. And again, you get Jared Cook, then you get another Raiders player, and it's just like, I don't know. Jared Cook is definitely a good tight end, but I don't know if we can get him. I think they're going to be asking for too much because Gruden is over there being ridiculous right now. Yeah, I know where Luray Caverns are. I've been through there before. I've never been actually to it, but I've been past it. It's not too far from here. Well, Rico Gathers, I don't think they trust him in the offense, but my whole thing is this. You got to get that guy out there on things that you know that he can do, and you got to open it up because that's going to give him confidence. The more and more you don't play a player, you're never going to see what they can do. So why not just do it? That's the part I don't understand. If we sign a tight end who gets cut, I don't know. Because you can't have 5 tight ends. Somebody got to go. But I think just because of that reason, because they don't want to get rid of none of these guys, they probably won't even touch the tight end position. They're just going to be stubborn. That's what I feel like. Who has more bars, Rickavelli or Hot Sauce? I'm going to say, I don't know. I'm going to say Hot Sauce right now because, well, one thing that Rico said, he's like, I got that Southern twang. But, I mean, they're both decent, though. But like I said, since Cole Beasley is a little more he's a little more out there as far as the rap game than Rico is. He's a little farther in his career. So I'm going to say right now, because I have Cole Beasley's whole album. So I listen to that all the time. Oh, near Harrisburg. Okay, yeah, I know what that is. Top 5 current rappers? Oh, come on, Sandman. You're killing me right now. So now, are we talking about – because, see, some of these millennial rappers are garbage, yo. I would say right now, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. I'm going to say Drake because Drake makes hit after hit after hit. You got to put Jay-Z and Lil Wayne in there as well. What you want, girl? What you want, girl? I'm not gonna. Nah, I said it all depends. And Sandman, it really all depends on what genre you're talking about. Are you talking about these younger guys? Or you talking about guys that's been around for a little while that's actually still doing it? I tell you, my all-time favorite right now, Busta Rhymes is always gonna be. Even though he doesn't make much music anymore, like Busta Rhymes has always been my favorite, you know, from back in the day. So this Buccaneers-Bengals game's coming down to the wire. So the clock went to 0, but it was a flag down on the kick. So we're trying to figure out what's going on. Sit down. Sit. Nikki, can you call her? Coco, sit down. Good girl. Yeah, Busta Rhymes. Yeah, Busta Rhymes a beat. So Twista, and you talking about? See, we could talk all day about this. I'm gonna do. I'll do another segment when we talk about music. But I'm gonna tell you, like we could debate that. But Cincinnati wins this game 34-30, 37-34. Again, y'all get ready for next week. How about the Cowboys, y'all? Playing the Titans on Monday Night Football. Prime time, baby. Prime time. Because, you know, the Cowboys always got to get that prime time spot. But, yeah, with that being said, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I appreciate everybody coming on. You guys are awesome. I'm going to be doing more of these live streams. Only reason why I don't do a whole lot of them is, one, is my schedule, and two, Mark Holmes floods his timeline with chats because I don't want to do it the same time he's doing it. I literally took advantage of it because he's on a cruise right now. So, you know, I don't want to do it at the same time. So you guys are split trying to watch either one of us. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to sit and watch this Ram game for my fantasy. So with that being said, y'all, I'm going to finish up my day. Hope you guys have a great day, too. And look out for my upcoming videos. I'm going to be doing more live streams, and I'll be letting you guys know what's going on. But until then, this is your boy E2 Blue signing off. I love y'all. Appreciate it.